Why the big move in concern in markets over the weekend? Obviously, there was trepidation last week, but there was still optimism. Suddenly, that optimism seems to be going away.
Well, good morning. I think it really has to do with the key structural difference between the current Wuhan coronavirus and SARS is proof and evidence that's coming out that the virus can be spread without an infected person showing any symptoms. That makes it very difficult to follow standard protocols on how to contain and isolate people. So I think if the scientific community now agrees with this evidence and it becomes fact that the virus can be transmitted asymptomatically, it's a game changer. You really have to be a bit more creative in figuring out how to identify people, how to sequester them, how to isolate them to prevent any further transmission and propagation of the virus. And I think that's what's woken up the markets today, that this is potentially very different from SARS.
Right, we have the VIX very close to 18, which is a level we haven't seen in a long time. We also have the dollar index very close to 98, and obviously the move in the offshore yuan was quite significant as well. So markets reacting all over the world. Does this put the Fed in a difficult position?
I think it does. I actually think it puts China even more difficult position. China is already slowing. What are they supposed to do now? They've already quarantined and isolated, I think, over 50 million people. That obviously has an economic impact. So how do they find this delicate balance between not putting too much pressure on the economy, yet doing everything they can to make sure carriers are isolated quickly and efficiently? So I do believe China is in actually a more precarious situation than the U.S. Fed here.